Hey beauties, guess what time it is? It is time for March favorites, and these are just about as exciting for me to film as haul videos. So let's not ramble, let's just jump into this because this has been the month of highlighters and eyeshadow palettes for me. What are some words you guys told me? I am infatuated by some of these things. So let's see what I have got in this stash. So as I said, this is the month of highlighters and eyeshadow palettes. So let's start with the eyeshadow palettes. I actually had to clean these up because they were disgusting. The first one is the In the Flesh palette from MAC. I love the front of this, and then the colors are just so wearable. You can do these every single day and you're not gonna look too out there, but you can do a night look or a daytime look with this. My favorite colors that I've been using so far are these two, this one, and this one. I have been popping them on and smoking it out just slightly and then doing a more dramatic lash. And it's been really, really nice. And by dramatic lash, I just mean like a whole lot of mascara and really detailing the lash base. But this is a go-to for me. And then my favorite of the little mini ones they came out with, the ×9. Let me get some more of this junk off here because I just make a mess out of my palettes. This is the Semi-Sweet palette. If I have time, I will do tutorials with these, but right now products are coming out left and right. I put 3 videos out a week, so I try to just kind of put out what's most important at the time, but I am trying to get some more tutorials out for you guys. I filmed this look, not sure if it's going to turn out or not. I know my camera's just being a little brat, so I'm gonna quit complaining about my camera once I get a new camera. Anyway, this is really fun. So this is a great neutral palette. Basically, if you take out these two colors, it's very neutral, but these two add a little bit of fun to them. And really, MAC doesn't have any other colors like this that you can get single-wise other than in this palette. And you get 9 shades for $32, so it's a really great deal. And the formula of these are really good. So basically, I was using those 2 palettes, not using anything else, just kind of grabbing for them, and then this happened. So I knew about this palette beforehand because I'm in the beauty industry. I do get to see some things before they come out. So I already knew I was obsessed, not obsessed, was smitten with this palette before it ever even came out. But like I said, I got to see it what was it, in January? But it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And after I got my hands on this finally, I haven't picked anything else up. These shadows are very pigmented. They blend well. They work well. You can get different looks out of them. I've gotten a lot of people asking about this compared to the Vise Art palette. Let me just get that palette real quick. Here we go. So you guys can see them side by side. Yeah, there's some similar shades like this one here. It's still lighter than any of the orangey shades in this one. This one here is not like those 2 in the top corners. And then this one obviously has more of the deeper tones, and this one's all matte, this one's not. If you're gonna ask me which one to get, I can't answer that because they are both must-haves for me, but I think that they are different enough to have both. If you want to spend your money on one and not the other, I'm gonna say take into account whether or not you use shimmers. If you don't, this one will be better, but if you like to add that little pop in there, this one's going to be better. And then also, you've got the cool tones in there as well, so just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna be able to tell you which one to get because they are both must-haves in my opinion, and they are different enough in my opinion. One more thing for eyes, this is Tom Ford Young Adonis. I did a tutorial with that. This is what it looks like, so it's got the cream in here and then the top. I will link down below some videos with this, but I just think it's so beautiful. If you're in a rush, just popping this on and running out the door, and I just picked up another shade, and I can't wait to show you guys, but they are amazing. Now for the highlighters. I usually don't find this many highlighters that I really truly enjoy, but this month has been the month for them, and the first one is this from Marc Jacobs. This is the Do You Do Drops. Absolutely gorgeous. I take it, I put it on my hand, and then I take a damp beauty blender and I pop it on the tops of my cheek, and I do it on top of powder. But this is what it looks like. It's very subtle actually. Anytime that I want something that's just going to give me that glow but not going to be chunky or really super detectable, this is what I go for. Now, you guys knew this was going to be my favorites. There's no way you guys didn't know this was going to be my favorites because Tom Ford does a highlighter like nobody else. And this is what is on my cheeks today. I actually have on my brow bone and inner corner as well. This is Reflects Guilt. His formula is arguably like one of my absolute favorites. And this shade right here is absolutely to die for. I use this one on my eyes. I can't use it on my cheeks, not yet. Give me a few months, I'll be able to, but get your hands on this. It is not something you will regret buying, I promise you. The next one was an absolute shock to me because this is called a Filter Finish Setting Powder. No boo-boo, do not put this all over your face as a setting powder. You will regret your life, or at least your makeup application for that day. This is the Laura Geller Filter Finish Setting Powder in Universal. No. This is a highlighter and it is a stunning highlighter at that. So it's got all the shades in there. It's baked and it is really, really smooth. I've gotten I don't know how it's coming off on camera, but if you are pale, you will absolutely love this. It's very, very bright, but not chalky, not too glittery. I don't know, it just sets on the skin really, really nicely, and I highly recommend it. I absolutely knew I wanted this guy, but I didn't know why. I think it just spoke to me, probably because I have been living for a cream bronzer lately, and I want to find like a true contour, but I don't contour that much, and this is kind of in between. This is the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit. Ew, it's gross. Let me clean that up. This is what it looks like here. Let's see. It's a perfect color. It's like, I don't know. It's not too cool. It's not too bronzy, but I really, really like it. And I've been using it kind of back and forth with my Chanel. And that tells you something if I'm willing to pick this up instead of my Chanel, that I really do love it. It blends out really, really well. It doesn't move my foundation around. It's just a really nice formula. This is my absolute favorite setting spray I have ever used. And I'm not usually a huge fan of setting sprays, but this one, A+. This is the Glam Glow Glow Setter Makeup Setting Spray. This gives me kind of a dewy finish like Fix Plus, not to that extent, but the longevity factor, it actually works. This stuff is amazing and it smells good to me. Kel says it stinks, but I think she like opened it. Let me see if it smells weird when I open it. I don't know, it almost smells like candy to me. But it's amazing. If you haven't tried this yet, I highly recommend it. It's very, 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 very nice, and the mist on it is real fine. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love my NARS concealer, the Complete Soft Something Concealer. Love it. The texture of it, phenomenal. What I'm not liking so much anymore is the bright under eye. I go back and forth with it. I adore it, and then I'm like, no, I don't want a bright under eye, and I'm back in that, no, I don't want it. But the thing is, the next shade up is too pink for me, and then it becomes too dark. So I'm hoping that when I become a little darker, again, just like in 2 months when I'm like super tan again, I hope to be able to find a color that will work for me because I really love that formula. But I've been reaching for this one now because it's more my skin tone, and I used to use this all the time, and I'm back on that train. So this is the MAC Mineralized Concealer, and I'm using the shade NC15. This is so creamy, so hydrating, so smooth. It's medium coverage, so you're not going to get a whole lot of coverage if you're looking for that, but it just keeps my under eye looking really, really well. I really want my NARS one back, but until then, this one's been doing it for me. Possibly my favorite of the month. Again, I saw and smelled this fragrance in January, and I've been talking about it to my Tom Ford people nonstop, like, when we getting it, when we getting it, when we get it. Well, we got it. And I love this fragrance. I'm not a huge fragrance girl, I'm gonna tell you straight up. So if I become infatuated with a fragrance, it means something, because I'm more of a makeup girl, not necessarily a fragrance girl. But this one rocks my socks off. And this is the Tom Ford Sol di Positano. I'm so bad at that, oh my god. Eventually it'll roll off my tongue because I kind of started really feeling Neroli Portofino, but This one is my boo. And I'm going to insert like the description because it is amazing and I just can't speak that well to it. I do not know how to talk about fragrance. I'm just gonna say that, but I can tell you how much I love this. It's amazing. So things like sun-drenched citrus, yes. Italian coast with a succulent bite. I mean, does that not just make you want to spray this all over you? And then the best thing about this, it says coastal paradise. Yes, that is what this fragrance is to me in a nutshell, in 2 words, coastal paradise. So if you like the citrus kind of scent, you will love this. I highly, highly suggest going to your Tom Ford counter that carries the private blends, because sometimes those are hard to find, and find this fragrance. Do it right now. Just look at this bottle though. How pretty is it? Like, I don't want to spray mine. I just want to go to work and use theirs. Now, I don't always do this at the end of a video, but I'm going to this time because I definitely have 2 things that were complete misses for me. First off, these sponges from EcoTools. I've heard so many people talking about them and how they actually like them better than the Real Technique sponge. No. Nope. I have tried these several times. They are so hard. And then especially this one. It does get a little softer with the water, but then it holds so much in there. It's awkward to use. I can see how some people with the bake would like it because of this angle, but like for real, just get a brush. But I just don't like these sponges at all. Would not suggest picking them up. And then my second and last fail of the month is this Too Faced Honey Peanut Butter and Honey palette. I did a review on this. I've tried it since then. I still don't like it, so don't waste your money unless you're just a Too Faced collector. The colors are gorgeous. They just don't work the way that I feel like they should. Like the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, amazing. This one, no, I regret buying this wholeheartedly. Sorry. Not sorry, but sorry. Anywho, that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed my March favorites. Let me know down below what you have been loving, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!